Okay, I'm going to show you guys how to create the extra credit video of the explosion, is what we call it, of your puzzle cube. So to get started, you need to open up a new file. I like to open my files over here. Again, the little down arrow. I think it's the easiest way. And we've done an assembly, we've done a drawing, we've done a part at this point. The last guy we haven't done is a presentation file, so you open a presentation. I've already opened it up here to save some time. So what you do once you're in here is you're going to go over to Create View. It's really the only choice you have. And then you need to open up an assembly document, as it says here. So I'm going to go search in my Puzzle Cube folder. Again, you guys know how to pick that up. You'll go to your name with the line and so forth, but mine's already there. And I'm going to open up my assembly. There's a preview of it. Looks good. Great. Okay, and then it gives me some options. You can go with an automatic explosion. You're more than welcome to use the automatic explosion if you guys want. Or I'm going to do the manual one just to show you guys how to do it manually. But if I did automatic, I'd do automatic, I'd select a distance and so forth. But again, we're going to do manual. And okay. And there it puts my puzzle cube in there. Nothing too special about that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start to pull it apart. So I'm going to go Tweak Components. Okay. And I'm going to select a face. So for instance, I'm going to select this green guy. And I'm going to pull it up out of my cube. So I'm going to click here. And then it goes me a X, Y, and a Z axis. I want to go up, so I'm going to pull along the Z axis. It's already selected. And I'm going to type in 2 inches. That's a good starter. You can change it later if it doesn't work. And in this case, I am going to keep my trails on. You can take your trails off, whatever. You'll see how that looks in a second. And I'm going to click Apply. And that pulled it apart right there. Okay. And then I'm going to select another guy. Click Clear. I'll pull this guy out, the red, and X, Y, again I want to pull out, so it's going to be the Z axis in this case, and that might change depending on what you select, what face you select. I'll try 2 as well. Check it out there. Boom, my home view. Now pulled that apart. Let's pull out my yellow next. So clear, select this guy, happens to be a Z axis again. Pull it out 2, check. And I'm not sure that came out far enough because it's still kind of covering up this guy. So I'm actually going to change it to 2.5. And this time I'm just going to press Enter. And that seems to have pulled it out better. So then I will go check and move on. I got one last piece to pull out here, which is my brown. So clear. And again, it happens to be on the Z axis, which is nice. 2. Check, and let's see how that looks. Looks good. I pulled it apart. Now I can do other things. I don't have to be done here. I could be done. I could also watch. Let's close this, and I can watch my video that I've created. So I can hit Animate up here, and then Play. And there is my puzzle cube going back together in the opposite order of which I took it apart. Okay, I can hit Reset. I can also hit these double arrows here and look at it. Maybe I would like my, I don't know, maybe I would like my red piece to happen before my yellow piece happens. So I could take my red piece here and I could pull it, and I can move up. So select my red, move it up, and apply, and hit play. And red should be next, then yellow, now green, and I'll hit reset to explode again. Didn't really like that, that didn't look good, so I'm going to move it back down, my red back down, and apply. I could also make it go faster by changing my interval speed. Let's say I go to 10, apply, play, whatever I want to do, and so forth. Reset. I'm going to keep it at 25. I think 25 is pretty nice. And apply. Other things I can do is I can play with my animations. I don't have to be done with my tweaks. Okay. Back to Tweak Components. I can click on this guy, Z-axis, and pull it out another 2 this way. Okay. and maybe this time for my yellow, before it comes in, I really want it to spin. So I'm going to pull it out, and I'm going to use, instead of this, I'm going to use this guy right here, and I'm going to spin it. This time I want to spin along the y-axis, so you can kind of zoom in and see the different ways it would spin there. So I'm going to select Y. I'm going to go 360 degrees. Check. Clear. Close. Let's go to animate. Now let's zoom out and let's go play and see how that works. Okay, now there's a cool spin in there. Now my green does a couple things, but I'm going to reset. I want it to do things together. For example, I would like my greens to work together, so I'm going to take this green, move it up, and I'd also like to, if I hit down Control and select the other greens, I both select, I can group them so they'll do together. I could also take the yellow, move it up, and again group. So they're going to happen at the same time. Now I go apply and play. Now my yellow's coming in for a spin move before it comes in there. These guys are happening together, and so forth. And you guys can continue to play with all of that. I'm going to go reset. I'm going to pretend like I like this. This is a good view. I'm going to get the center to where I want it, get the about the right size the way I want to look at it, and I'm done. I like it. Of course, I will save what I have so far. But now that I'm ready to go, I'm going to create my actual video. So I'm going to hit the little record button, and you have to save it somewhere. You guys, of course, will want to save it in your folders, your IED folders, where you save all the rest of your puzzle cube stuff. Mine's a little different than yours, but you guys know how to get there. And let's see here. Just bear with me for 1 second while I get to where I need to be. Puzzle cube, there we go. And explosion. Now, when you guys name this file, you need to name it with your name. That way, when you turn it in, I will know that it's yours. So I'm going to name it Gavin, or I'll name it Meyers Puzzle Cube. And you'll need to do something similar. Also, I'm going to change my file type, and this is very important, otherwise you'll lose quality. It needs to be an AVI. Okay, you can see that I've already saved a couple in there. But it does have to have your name, and it does have to be an AVI, or it won't work and you won't get credit for it. And then I will hit save. Compressor, I'm going to change this to Cinepak Kodak by Radius. That seems to be the best one to work. Quality is typically fine, and I will go OK. And as soon as I hit play, it'll start recording. And it's a little slower to do the recording process. It takes a little time to put it together. One thing you guys will want to notice when if you guys do spins or so forth, you don't want your pieces going through other pieces to get where they go. So please try to avoid that. It kind of defies the laws of physics to be able to go through other solids. And there we go. Looks like our last piece is coming in here. And as soon as it is done, it should bring up this again. Check record. You're done recording. You can close this. You can also save your file. Again, save. And now if I go open, let's minimize this real quick and open up a new folder. Oh, what is this? Interesting. And computer again. Again, mine's a little deeper than your guys's, but you'll find yours. Puzzle Cube. And Meyers Puzzle Cube, here it is. You guys can click it and watch your video. Should be high quality. Should come in there like so and look good. Once you guys have got that, you're satisfied with the quality of your video. If it is really blurry, you need to redo it. That means you didn't save it correctly in the right format, so forth, and go back. And it does have your name on it. You then can turn it in to the Dropbox under your respective period. Make sure it goes in the right period if you're period 1, period 3, and so forth. Finally, you will need to include this picture of this in your dimension sheets. That's the way I will know that you created a video, and I'll know to go check and see if there's a video in there. Therefore, if you are doing extra credit, you'll have 7 sheets instead of 6. 6 sheets if you're not doing extra credit, 7 if you are. The picture of the explosion should be the second sheet. All right, guys, enjoy.